Hey, it is Marty. The first night of Hot Country Nights back here at Bally Sports Live, and the guy kicking it all off right here, Jackson Dean. And by the way, first off, congratulations, your first ever #1 hit. How do you feel?
Pretty amazing, I guess, man. It's pretty wild. Yeah, that's about sums it up.
Who was the first person you called when you found out that you had a #1 song in country music?
I think I called the head of my label, Scott Polchetta,
Scott.
and just talked to him for about 5 minutes. I was traveling that day from home.
Right.
I was on my way back down to Nashville, so I called him and about 30 other people on that ride.
All right. And did you say, Scott, can I borrow one of the cars?
Yeah.
Out of your garage?
Yeah. I want him to give me his Dyna. It's like an '86 Dyna that somebody gave to him. If I was asking for anything, it'd be
You're like
Dyna.
5 minutes in the car. That's all I need.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It was such a big, because you've had a busy year. I mean, you started last year right out of the gate, and then you go on this tour with Lee Brice and Michael Ray, and you blew it. I mean, like, it was unbelievable how great it was.
That was a fun time, man. And that was the first real one I'd ever really been on for that long. It was like 18, 19 some dates. And that was some of the most fun I've had in a long time.
So Lee, as you know, likes to have a few drinks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
What's your favorite Lee story that you can share that you experienced on that tour?
The last night of tour was pretty nuts. The last night, I guess, I didn't really get the memo, but it was like prank night, apparently.
Which is a whole thing in country music.
Which is a whole
thing. It's a big thing.
That I didn't really know about, So we didn't have any lined up, but they had a whole bunch, and they came out and messed with us during our set. And I didn't know
what did they do to you?
So they a couple times, like Michael had a sign that like had my phone number, and then there was people out in the crowd, like of Michael's band, with like signs that say your van's on fire, and then they came out and shot confetti on me in the middle of a song. They got a dude in a big laundromat basket, at the venue. So this is Houston last night of tour.
Okay.
So they get this guy in there. God, I can't remember his name, but he's in Daisy Dukes, and like he tied a knot in like a wife beater, And I went and got a lasso from an antique store that morning, and they got my lasso. They wheel it out onto the stage, and he pops out and lassos me on stage while I'm playing guitar. It was pretty immaculate.
Because you're pretty serious on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, like you're in the moment. So how badly did that throw you off?
It didn't. I didn't know what I was supposed to do, so I just like kept on going and just like rocked with it, and was just. I mean, they kind of fizzled out and just went, but I prefaced at the beginning of the show, I was like, I heard that there's going to be shenanigans.
So
I don't know what it entails, but here's your heads up.
Now, was it really your phone number that they gave out?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Because I was like, are you still receiving texts from random ladies?
No, I am not. I think it was a lot of 69s in there or something.
That's hysterical. Now, your songs feature on 1883.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought, because I was thinking about this, we have so many country artists that are so involved in the Taylor Sheridan saga of 1883, 1923, Yellowstone, and of course now Tulsa. Mm-hmm. Is there a chance that you could be in any upcoming episodes, or that you want to be in any upcoming episodes or seasons?
I wouldn't turn it down.
Yeah?
There is nothing at all set in stone. But we're looking at some chisels and some hammers.
Really?
Maybe.
I like this. All right. This is a good secret for all you Yellowstone fans out there.
It's maybe, but nothing. I've not talked to Kevin.
Right. The key guy to talk to is Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
You get that phone call that your song's going to be on 1883. Again, is it like getting a #1 hit, or are you like, wow, this is something you didn't expect ever?
So, my agent at WME, William Morris in LA, called me, and it was kind of a unanimous decision between label and management and myself to be like, hey man, it's like directed right at it, go see if we can get it. And I guess they got to Miss Van Forster over there, their music director over there, and she took it, man. It was pretty awesome. I remember I was living in a little cabin in East Nasty, and up on the bluff on the river, and I got that call, and I had to sit down, man. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is happening. This is the first one.
Because it's a moment.
Oh, yeah, man. And then to see it is a completely other thing. It's like, okay, my song's playing, and then there's Kevin Costner.
Right. What's the scene going to be? And then
Yeah,
you see it.
yeah. And then there's Kevin Costner right there, and it's mind-boggling.
Have you had a chance to meet anybody from the Yellowstone cast?
No, I was like 100 yards. I was like 100 feet from Luke Grimes one time at a horse reining competition, and but I never talked to him. I've never seen anybody in that
crew.
world.
Huh?
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. It's such a cool moment. I think it shines such a spotlight on country music that it's helped so much in our format.
Yeah.
And to spring you up, you have a #1 hit. Songs on 1883. You have a new song that comes out on Monday, Fearless, which another smash hit.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's been fun to watch this whole thing happen, and it happened so fast.
Very fast.
Yeah.
Very
In fact,
fast.
I'll never forget our first moment. I'll share it. You and I were at a country radio seminar. I may have had way too much to drink, and I think I talked your ear off the entire time outside the ping pong tournament that was going on. And I was like, this guy's going to hate me. And here we are doing interviews, and we've hung out and had a good time. But is that moment of being not pushed, but being exposed to all this so fast, how has that changed you as maybe a person or as an artist?
I just think about it like if I don't do it, somebody else is going to do it, so you might as well step up to the plate and swing. I kind of always been that way. It's opened my eyes a lot to, I've learned a lot. I've also talked more this year than I ever have in my entire life.
Right.
So I've learned how to like hold a conversation with a person and not be weirded out. But all of this experience is just, it's pretty wild, and it's a lot to rest on someone's shoulders.
What does your family say? What's your family's reaction to all of this?
Well, they love it.
Yeah.
They love it. But my brothers in particular, they love telling people that they're my big brothers, and there's two of them. They're twins, and no, they love it, man. My mother and father and my sister came down last night. We had a show at Basement East last night. They came down, so they try to come and see me whenever they can, and no, they're very happy, very happy.
There's so much more, and I'm so excited for tonight. There's one night that I'd circled on here, and it was this one with you and Clay Walker, which you and Clay have actually talked.
Oh yeah. My first, I think it was the first run as a signed artist. I was just by myself and Clay, and we did 2 dates in Florida and somewhere outside of Clemson. And I had been out to write with Clay once before to his place, and just kind of rode around the farm and hung. And I love the man dearly. He pulled me on his bus the last night, and he sat me down. He was like, George Strait gave me this talk when I was about your age, and now I'm going to give it to you. And spent an hour and 20, hour and a half listening to Clay.
If you could sum it up, what was the gist of it?
Mostly things that I knew to be true, but really just do what you have to do to keep it going if it is what you want. And don't let anybody stop you.
It's unbelievable. And I know that you're like one of the most artistic artists in country music. You don't stop.
You can't turn it off. It's like you just can't turn it off. When your art is who and what you are, you don't get to turn it off.
It's breathable art.
Yes. Yeah, it's living and breathing, and it's tangible and intangible all at the same time.
And
there's nothing like it.
And that's why it's been so much fun to watch this whole process thing, going from a radio standpoint, a fan standpoint, that this is exciting. And tonight, you're kicking it all off here at Hot Country Nights. We're back here at Ballpark Village. Jackson Dean, Clay Walker tonight. It is Marty Jackson with 92.3 WIL.